we all make choices every day. We all decide where we want to live. We make decisions about who we want to associate with. We make decisions about our finances. And those are all decisions that we take for granted, that there's a whole subset of population who might be able to make those decisions on their own, but have had that decision-making authority taken away from them. We believe that guardianship it has its place for individuals who are absolutely unable to make decisions, whether they're good decisions or whether they're bad decisions. That said, we believe that guardianship is overused. There are lots of people that we have met who are fully able to make their own decisions. And they might not be the decisions that you or I would make. They might still be fine decisions, but they haven't had a choice in whether or not they're going to have their decision-making authority taken away from them. And if there is one person who is under a guardianship who shouldn't be, then that is a problem with the guardianship system.
We do actually audits, and we're auditing the financial records, but when we're out there, we're looking for exploitation as well. If there's any discrepancies and like if they don't have receipts and different things like that, we have to record that, and all this information is reported back to the Social Security Administration.
We look at bank records as well as receipts. We interview the individuals at the organization who are responsible for managing the funds. We also interview beneficiaries and their legal guardians to make sure that they don't have any concerns about what's happening and how the money's being managed.
I've been in the helping field for over a decade now, assisting individuals with disabilities. So what really drew me to become an advocate was that coming to DRA, I would be able to effectively help individuals on a larger scale through the various resources that DRA offer.
For me, it's personal as well. So I'm a parent of an adult daughter with Down syndrome. So she's 27, and so I've spent her entire life advocating on her behalf in every aspect that DRA works with: education, housing, vocational services, living in the community. I'm also her rep payee for her Social Security benefits. So I deal every day with what it means to be an advocate, a family member of a person with a disability, and managing somebody's funds.
I am an attorney here. I work with the abuse neglect team. So we investigate issues of abuse neglect that people call in about, and then advocate on behalf of people or help work with the appropriate authorities to get their situation resolved. Right now, we're doing actually a lot of systemic work. So we're working in the juvenile justice system. There's been widespread abuse, neglect happening in our juvenile justice system, especially at the juvenile treatment centers. We're looking at those. We're looking at the psychiatric residential treatment facilities where a lot of our youth are placed that also funnel into the juvenile justice system, and kind of examining widespread neglect or abuse that's happening there. Being a voice for people who can't otherwise be a voice and illuminating situations. So especially with the systemic issues that we're doing with juvenile justice and with the psychiatric residential facilities, I think there's a large misconception in the community about what services those are actually providing, who those kids are that are accessing those services. And so if people don't really understand the problem, then we're never going to get a solution. And so we're able really to get in there and really see what's going on, not just rely on outside reports. And in that way we can, advocate for effective change. Based on the kind of organization that we are, we're able to have some authority, but also have some heart and really go out there and make a difference. But it's important for us to know about the issues that are going on in order to make that difference. So especially with the systemic issues that we're doing, the more we know about, the more we can kind of put that together and make effective change, because we don't want to just run out there and change things quickly without really thinking through it and making sure it's the best change for the population.